Hi viewers, for this video I'm going to share with you how to file tax for the first time using Intuit TurboTax. First is you have to go to their website. It's turbotax.ca for Canada, and then sign in. If you don't have any account yet, please create one with your email. It's free and easy, and then you can use it to file your tax for free. And then for our illustration, I'm going to share the real figures of my sister's income and tuition fee. Again, disclaimer, it's only an example for first time filing and don't have a CRA account, meaning we're not syncing any data from your CRA account. I am also trying to speak slowly and clear. So our situation will be my sister is single and resident here in Ontario. During 2021, she's a full-time student and works part-time at a grocery store. She also did her placement during this year and earned a certain amount of money. So our first step is to start a new 2021 return. Press continue. This one, as much as possible, we don't want to pay, so we're going to go with the free option. File for $0. How did you do your taxes last year? Since our situation is it's her first time to file tax, I'm going to click this one. I'm filing for the first time, then press continue. Okay, I am just a representative, so I will just click someone else. But if you're doing your own taxes, please feel free to click this one, myself. And are you preparing for a married or common law return? No, she's a single. And her first name is Angelica. And are you preparing this return for someone who has passed away? Absolutely not. So I'm going to press continue. And then on December 31st, 2021, she was still single and she didn't change her marital status during this year. Continue. Do you have children or financially supported another person? No, she don't have any children or any dependents at all. So continue. This page more on personal data. It will not let you continue if you don't have a valid social insurance number. Are you filing an income tax return with the CRA for the first time? Yes, because this is our situation. Are you a Canadian citizen? No, we're not yet Canadian citizen, so we will press this one. We're still a permanent resident. Are you a Canadian Indian as defined in the Indian Act? No. CRA net file service accept prior years starting 2018. Do you need to file your 2018, 2019, 2020 tax return? No, because this is the first year that I am eligible to file my tax. For this one, it asks you where did you live at the end of the year. So I'm going to select Ontario. Did you move from another province or territory during 2021? No, we're still here in Ontario. Did your Canadian residency change in 2021? No, I'm still a permanent resident. So if you want to have more information regarding to residency, you can just click it and it will give you the explanation what Canadian residency change means. Okay. Then close, continue. Okay, is your mailing address outside Canada? No. Okay, same thing for privacy purposes. I will going to fill up this later in order for us to continue. Same with her phone number. Phone number is not required, but feel free to just put it just in case you want CRA get give you more notifications. Okay. And for this example, did you change your mailing address this year? I would say yes, because last May 2021, we moved from other place to another place. So I'm going to say yes. Okay. And there's additional info that says here you can proceed using net file service, but you must notify the CRA regarding to the change of your address. And I do believe that we have already done this process, so I'm going to skip it and then just press continue. By the way, for privacy purposes of my sister's SIN and address, I intentionally skip the previous page. It's just the summary of the data that you put while filling up this information. And after that, you will see what's new on taxes this year. You can briefly review all of the things or bullet here. But if you're running out of time like me, I can just press continue. And then profile, continue. Because you finish it. Jo Angelica, did you work in 2021? Yes. And saying that she was employed. She has a D4. Next question. Do you have expenses related to your employment? Unfortunately, you cannot deduct your transportation here, so I'll just put no. Next thing is, I was self-employed. No, I received unemployment, maternity, or paternity leave, CRB, or other benefits from 2021. No, you don't need to put check mark whenever your answer is no. I received workers' compensation benefits or social insurance? No. I received tips or did a casual labor and will not be getting a T4? No, she didn't. I participated in a work training program. I would say no for this one because the money that she received from her placement was under her T4. So I'm going to skip this one. Did you have other income that you're not told us? No. She's just like a typical student doing part-time job. Did you or your spouse or dependent receive sleep income? No. Then press continue. Sorry. Next question, did you make contribution to the retirement? She didn't done any of these things, so I can just press no. Withdraw money from retirement account. She haven't invested any retirement plan so far, so I'll just put no. Did you make your payment for that first home buyer's plan or lifelong learning plan? Again, if you're wasn't sure what's the meaning of these things, you can click it for you to view the information regarding this thing. Okay, then I will close it because she haven't used this one so far. I'm going to click no. Did you have any income from investments such as interest earned on investment, sales of stock or stock option, cryptocurrency, token, transaction, sale of real property, income, rental property, or other related investment expenses? I would say no. She's only 19 years old, so I don't think that these things apply to her. Then press continue. Okay. Jo Angelica, were you a student in 2021 or did you have a student expense for yourself carried forward from the previous year? I would say that she don't have any student expenses carried forward from previous year, but she was a student during 2021, so I would just say yes. So she received a T2202 for tuition fee. And the rest, I had other tuition fee. No, I took courses over the internet. No. No. I believe she has a textbook and supplies, but there's no any other credit available for this one, especially in Ontario. I do believe in other provinces you can still have a textbook and supplies credit, but here in Ontario, they stopped doing that. No tuition fees in the previous year. No. 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 I had an income from RESP. No. I made withdrawals from RSP. No, she doesn't. She doesn't have a RSP account yet. And then after that, Jo Angelica, did you have a moving expenses? I would say that no, because she's only 19 and she didn't move from other province or other cities that is far away or close by to her school or work. We still live here in Ontario, particularly here in Toronto, so I will just say no. Did you buy a house, condo, apartment, or mobile home this year? My parents do, but she didn't buy anything for this kind of big purchase, so I will say no. Did you own or hold a specified foreign property where the total cost amount of all properties such at any time in 2021 was more than $100,000? I will say no. Did you have any losses from this year or prior years to report for the sold or deemed sold to have sold something in order to report loss? Overall, no. She's having a simple life. That's it. Did you dispose of property in 2021 that was your principal residence for any of the period that you owned? I would say no. Okay, did you have eligible expenses that qualify for home accessibility tax credit? No. And the rest, did you make a donation to a charity or political party? For this instant, I would say no, she didn't do any donations or any contribution to a political party. I'll say no. Are there any other deductions such as digital subscription, public transit, union or professional fees, alimony or repayment of COVID-19 benefits that you claim? I would say no for this one. She didn't have any new subscription. For public transits, there's a specific age for that and she's not qualified for this thing. Union or professional dues, their company didn't deduct her any union or professional dues, so I would say no. Were you a volunteer firefighter or a search and rescue volunteer? I would say no. Did you have a mental or physical impairment? No. Did you have a medical expenses for yourself or your spouse or your dependents? She didn't spend anything for her medical expense. You can choose continue. After this one, it's just like the summary of all of the information that you put from the previous pages. So you can just scroll down and then press continue. Okay, since you don't have a CRA account for this one, you can just press continue. But if you have a CRA account, you can just easily sign in and then a window will pop up letting you to log in on your CRA account, and some of the information from CRA will going to retrieve from this software or from this website. So I can just say skip, she don't have any CRA account. Then continue. Okay, next we're on the third bullet, which says income. Okay, for this T4, so she worked part-time in a grocery store. So I'm going to pull out her details, then type in first. Brother. Markets. It's optional, so you can just put nothing on here. And for this one, I'm going to get some of her information, like for sure the province will be here on Ontario, but the box number should be a number 10, which is on this part. As you can see, Ontario is here on this area, and then the next digit that you need or box that you need to fill out is number 14, which is equivalent to this number on her T4. So we just need to type in 8,274.58. Make sure that you include decimal point. Number 16, there's also an amount there. It's 3.20. I'm just going to type it in. For number 17, there's nothing on her T4, so we're going to just skip it as 0. Box number 18 or line number 18, you can also copy the 130.74 dollars. For box 20, skip it because there's nothing there. For box 52, nothing also. Box 55, nothing also. Let's scroll down for box number 40. Let's take a look. Where's the 40 here? Okay. 40 is other taxable benefit. There's nothing here, so we can just skip 0. Sorry, I have my dog with me, so please bear whenever she barks. And then non-clergy, housing board, and lodging. I'd say 0 for this one because no other. And you can skip this one. No. And then the next bullet that you're going to is 89.29 for box 22. And for box 24, you can just say 8274.58. For box 26, there's an amount of 433.99. And the rest of the box is belong to box number 57. Employment income for the month of March 15 to March 9, and it's stipulated here it's 777.01. And box number 58, which is this one, for this line 58, it's 1,314.55. So as you can see, I didn't type any comma. It just automatically appearing when you press enter. For box 59, you will have to put 11998.32. And box 60, it's 595.76. The rest we're all good. Okay, just make sure that you didn't skip any line from your T4 and to be put here into TurboTax. Okay, sorry. Scroll down and then save. And if you just receive one T4, you can just press save and continue. But if you receive another one, for example, you have another job, you can just click save and add another T4. So in this situation, my sister also get T4 from her placement, so I'm going to click save and add another T4. I didn't know why this appears, but we can just click it. And then for another T4, oh, there's a one problem or error. Please indicate yes or no whether you will claim any employment expenses from your income. Oh, okay. You will claim an employment expense for working at home due to COVID-19 for income on this T4. And say no, she didn't claim anything because her work is a grocery clerk, which you need to be there in order to do your task. So I'm going to click no. And then save and add another T4. Next will be her placement, and for this one we're going to put it again same, the company name. Again, it's optional, but for me, I want to put it just in case CRA will not going to question me where did I get those data that I submitted. The Johnson Business Academy Limited. And then again, line 10 is in Ontario. 14. It's 1278. Sorry, 128700. And then 16, line 16, it's 24.25. 18 is 20.33. Again, for line 52, I don't think that she has any. So we can just skip the rest of the line number. And we can just go straight to line number 24, which amounted to 1287.00. Then enter. Line 26, there's also 187.00. See, you just need to be accurate. Your question, will you claim employment expenses for working at home due to COVID-19 for income on this year? I would say no, she didn't work from home. Exemption, status Indian, no. And besides, there's no line 69 here or line 628 here, right? So we can just skip it. Not sure why it keeps appearing. Okay, if you have another third job, you can just press save and add another T4, but for this case, I will just going to stick with 2 T4s and just going to press save and continue. Just to double check the amount of the box number 14 should matches her T4, which is 1,287. This is 1,287. 8,274.58 for line 14 or box 14. It's 8,274.58. Done with T4 slips. And then you can just scroll down. I don't know that she have any special document or has been kept with her, but yeah, we can just press continue. And again, as much as possible, we don't want to pay. Okay, don't upgrade. Remember that in order for you to save dollars. Next one is the RSP. As I mentioned to you before, she didn't contribute to her RSP account, so we can just skip this portion. Then we can just press continue. Then scroll down again because it was all related to RSP. Deduction. So let's see. We're talking about medical expenses, student loan interest. So let's check them out. And then tax deductible expenses. Let's see. For this one, we're just going to get her information from T2202. I'm just going to pull out the information from here. Let's do the Seneca first. Take this one. Then we're going to type in her institution, which is Seneca College. And then eligible tuition fees paid to Canadian institution, which is located on box 26. Let's take a closer look. Where is the box number 26 here? Here you go. This is the 26. It's so small. Okay. Can I do anything from here? But yeah, if you see, this is box number 26, and then the amount is at 1,636.37. Eligible tuition fees paid to foreign educational institution, I would say no. There is no tuition fees being paid to other foreign education institution. But part-time months on box number 24 or column B of TL11A and TL11C. But here I can see the box number 24 which says 0, so we're just going to skip that one because there's a 0 on it already. Full-time months, so she's a full-time student during this month, January 2021 to April 2021, and the box 25 is located here, so I'm just going to put 4. And charitable donations, I don't think that she put any charitable donations because you can receive 3% of your total donation for you to get a charitable credit. And I'm going to put nothing. Okay, and there's a note here. This is for your tuition fees. We'll enter amounts for your children later. If you have children, don't claim any amounts if you were reimbursed for any portion of the cost of the course. Okay, noted. So yeah, entering won't stay on the session. They're still popping up. I don't know. Sorry for that. And then I can say enter new tuition slip for Jo Angelica because she transferred her school, so she has another T2202, and we're now working on the other one. Institution number 2, we're just going to input the name of her college, and it's named Anderson College. And then same thing on box number 26, you can see that her tuition or the eligible tuition fee that can have a credit is 4,030.00, and eligible tuition fee paid to foreign educational institution, we'll skip it. She's not studying part-time, but she's studying full-time, and the full-time months is located on box or line number 25, which is says here 6 months or 6. And then charitable donations. I do believe that she don't spend any donations this year, so we're just going to skip it. Then done with the two pieces of T2202 form. After that, press continue or done. Then you can just check the amount whether they are correct, and I do believe that we put a correct amount, so we can just press done with tuition fees. After that, you can just press continue. And there you go. You can see all of the subtotal of your tuition fees, and just press continue. And then just showing the summary of your tax so far. You can just press continue. And then this one, we can now cross it. This one can be in full screen. So now we're here in provincial bullet. After that, continue. And then your provincial profile for 2021. I should say that you have to carefully read this first before making any marks from this checklist. And okay, clearing checkbox does not remove any info already input and for an item or category. So let's see. Apply for Ontario Senior Homeowners Property Tax Grant. I would say no for this one. So skip. New Ontario Seniors Home Safety Tax Credit. Say skip again. She's still not a senior. Ontario Focus Flow Through Share Tax Credit. No, she's not related to this one. Ontario Self-Employment Tax Credit. My sisters don't have any business, so I will skip this one. Ontario Opportunities Fund. No, she's not related with this one. Climate Action Incentives. Maybe we can consider this one. So it was actually automatically has a check on it, so just leave it as this. Okay, and updated. So the Ontario Apprenticeship Training Tax Credit has been eliminated. And yeah, this is all of the news that you have to carefully read in order for you to get a provincial tax credit. And by the way, before I forgot to mention to you, you can have a preview how much tax you owe or how much tax you can refund for this year. So based on my sister's situation, she will have a refund of $146.74 so far. Then continue. And then Ontario Trillium Benefit combines 3 tax credit into one. Ontario Energy Property Tax Credit, the Ontario Sales Tax Credit, and the Northern Ontario Energy Credit. So you can apply for this credit if you were a resident of Ontario on December 31st and one of the following applies to you. Rent or property tax for your principal resident here in Toronto was paid by or for you in 2021. Maybe we can consider this one. You live in a student resident? No, she didn't. You live in a long-term care home? No, she didn't. You live in a reserve and energy costs were paid by or for you of your principal residence on the reserve in 2021. Say no. Did any of this apply to you and you want to apply for 2022 Ontario Energy and Property Tax Credit? So it really depends. If you pay your rent here in Ontario, I would suggest that you can just press yes. Then Northern Ontario Energy Credit, you can apply for this credit if you live in a principal residency in Northern Ontario, December 31, 2021, and one of the following applies to you. Renter property, principal resident in Northern Ontario, no. You live in long-term care home, no. You live in a reserve and energy costs were paid by you and for your principal residence in the reserve in 2021, I would say no. But if you want to check what cities are part of Northern Ontario, you can just click this. Since we're living here in Ontario, I didn't see the name of Ontario here, so I can just skip it or just say no. And then you can just press continue. After that, this page will going to appear. For privacy purposes, I'm going to skip this information again. You just need to put the address, the number of months that you stay there, and the amount you paid in total for the year 2021. And the payment type, whether it's rent, property tax, or any other else, name of the municipality or landlord. You can just type in the name of your company's landlord. For example, if you're renting, you can just say Starlight, Corporate, or any other big rental property here in Canada, or particularly here in Ontario. You can click continue. If you're eligible for this Ontario Trillium benefit, you have an option if you want to wait until next year for you to get this lump sum money, or if you want to receive it monthly. Doesn't really matter, but for me, if you're that kind of person who want to save first, maybe you can just wait until June 2023. But if you want the money right away, you can just press yes. Oh, sorry, no, because I choose to wait until 2023. No, I want the money monthly. And then you can just press no. Did you live in a designated university, college, or private school residence in 2021? No. Okay, and then continue. After that, there's a climate action incentives, and it says here that for 2021, did you live outside of the following census metropolitan? Do you accept to continue reside outside of the same census metropolitan area by April 1, 2022? And here you go. Oh, okay. Since my sister's total income doesn't exceed like 24,000, she is entitled to low-income individual and family tax or relief credit, and this costs her for additional credit, which is good for her. And then continue. And then here you go, you're now in the review section. Continue. Okay, Her total net employment earnings is 9,562. Total income is 9,562. That's all. There's no other complicated scenario from my sister's account during 2021, so we can just press continue. And no thanks. We don't need an export because we're already finishing everything. And here you go. There's some warnings that you can revisit. And when you click this one, it will just let you back to that section. What else? Applies to me. Okay, as I said to you, you can freely revisit, but this is only a practice, so I will just go to done with warnings. Before submitting. Okay, we have detected an error in your return. We strongly recommend you to correct them before submitting. And this is the problem. To apply for Ontario Energy and Property Tax Saving, you must enter the details of your eligible expenses. Let's see what is that. Okay. If there no claim. Not sure why we put Jo Angelica here, but it should be no claim. And then, as I mentioned to you, you have to put the address here. But since I didn't put the address during the review, it asked me to put more details. But because this is only for practice purposes, I will just going to skip this part. For privacy concerns, just press continue. So unfortunately, I cannot guide you to the next page because it contains my sister's information. But if you believe that you put all of the information accurately on this software, you can click yes, I've certified. Then it will give you an option to net file or send by mail. I'm going to put on the description box the address that you can send your tax returns. Hope you've learned from this video. Thank you so much for watching. I don't expect anything, but please support me by subscribing and thumbs up for more videos. Bye now.